OLIO is a free app connecting individuals within a community to share food and other household items so that the full value can be eaten or realized and they don't go to waste. And it came about when my co-founder and I 6 years ago, we were sort of new moms and we were looking to pivot into something that was more meaningful than our sort of corporate careers. And we were looking to start a business that could tackle an environmental challenge at scale. And we really did sort of a big evaluation of the market globally, looking for an opportunity. And when we were looking, my co-founder Tessa had a personal experience moving house. And on moving day, she had non-perishable food that she thought she could take with her in her packing boxes. But the removal men said absolutely not. You can't pack any food. So she went out on the streets in the middle of winter and tried to find someone to give the food to, and she couldn't. And she ended up smuggling the food in her packing box. And when she told me that story, we both thought that that was just totally senseless. Like, obviously, there was someone nearby who would have loved to have her food. And a mobile app is a simple and easy way to match people with too much with people who might want it. And that was the genesis for OLIO. So OLIO is tackling the massive problem of food waste. A third of all the world's food goes to waste. That's $1.2 trillion worth of food. And meanwhile, 800 million people go to bed hungry. And specifically, we're focused on the environmental impact of food waste. If it were a country, it would be the third largest contributor to the climate crisis after only China and the USA. Just under 10% of all carbon emissions are directly related to food waste. So what most people don't realize is that half of all food waste takes place in our homes. The vast majority of it is perfectly edible and fit for human consumption. We've just gotten sort of lazy as a society, and we let good food go to waste when it could be beneficial to a neighbor. So we try and make it simple, fast, and fun to share food rather than let it go to waste. So we launched across the UK in January 2016, so just over 5 or 6 years ago, I don't know. Effectively, OLIO is a marketplace where we're matching supply and demand for free food. And like any marketplace, you need to get to sort of a minimum viable scale in order to have a liquidity and provide that matchmaking service. So I guess our biggest challenges were, getting to scale cost effectively, which we solve for through developing a grassroots volunteer program. So we've got over 60,000 volunteers who are spreading the word about OLIO in their local community all over the world and signing up their neighbors to the platform. And then the other challenge, which still persists, is we're trying to affect mainstream consumer behavior change. And that, for many people, is a journey of awareness of the problem, inspiration and empowerment to fix the problem, recognition for a job well done. Trying to get a lot of people to adopt a new behavior is notoriously hard. But the good news is sort of now we're at just under 5 million people who've signed up. We've seen 30 million portions of food successfully shared and redistributed on the platform. And let's see, I guess the environmental equivalent of that is 80 million car miles off the road and 4 billion liters of water saved. And we've certainly reached a critical mass here in the UK and have the beginnings of communities in Latin America, Singapore, and a few other places that look very promising. I can't underestimate or overstate the importance of finding the right partner to work with, the right co-founder. My co-founder and I are incredibly close friends, and we were very thoughtful about the way we set up our partnership to make sure that we didn't put our friendship at risk, and also to set us both up for success. So clear role definitions. We actually used a book called The Founder's Dilemma, and we both read it, and we sat down and we worked through all of the different areas that it raised that are considerations that a founding team, co-founders need to work through and decide: equity, et cetera, et cetera. And whilst our relationship has gone from strength to strength, I've seen so many other founders who sort of commit committed to a co-founder, and then ultimately they had to go their separate ways. And I think that can be really damaging for the company and the culture and morale. So my advice would be to be very thoughtful and deliberate and considerate. And to get a co-founder, like you need a co-founder. I could not do this alone at all. Someone to hold you accountable, someone to go through the highs and lows. But it's as important as deciding potentially who you're going to marry. The absolute most important thing is mission alignment, or as we often say, mission obsession. We're so committed and passionate about the problem that we're solving that, and this is an intense job. We're working together all the time, and to enjoy it and bring your best, you're not going to be able to do that if you're not equally committed. So you can't train for mission alignment. You can train for skill alignment. And so we really do, first and foremost, look for people who, just want to get on this journey and take it all the way to the end. And that's meant that we've had incredible retention, and we have a really strong company culture because we're all united to put an end to the scandal of food waste. If anyone wants to get involved or to spread the word about OLIO in their local community, or to find out more about the problems of food waste and why it's so important that we solve that, our website is olioex.com. So olioex.com. So go ahead and have a look.